What's up, everybody? My name is Godzi, and welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry Questions Arc. Last episode... Is that blood on the floor? Or in front of that door? Whatever. Last episode, we continued with Chapter 4, and Battler began his test against Beatrice. And he discovered, Goda and Kumasawa are dead. Even though they haven't shown up as red yet, which is weird. But hey, George is dead, at the very least, and we learned about this sin that Battler has. Which, I'm still not 100% sure what it is. I have an idea. But it could be anything. It could be something that they've already alluded to. It could be something that they haven't mentioned at all. For all we know, it could be something like, I don't know, he put a banana peel in front of Krause's door or something like that, and Krause slipped on it. He's like, God damn it, next time I see him, I'm going to kill everybody. It could just be something as simple as that. But I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Shannon. Fairly sure about that, so that's why I'm most suspicious of George, of all people, right now. So, yeah. Also, something else I've noticed. We have not gone back to the future in a while, because they kind of left us on a cliffhanger with Angie and Amakasa about to go to Rokanjima, on Kawabata's boat, and, yeah, so, I wonder if we're ever gonna go back there, but, yeah. Either way, let us continue with this game. The study was in the middle of a lively party. Oh, hello. It seemed that Gap was making fun of Virgilia, having tripped her up in some stupid way. How mean of her. They were spitting Lia 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 and Gap 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 at each other. With this as a sideshow, Kinzo and Ronove had opened a new bottle. Oh, you're back. How were the results of Battler's test? Oh, it's over? Maria's test got passing marks with no complaints, you see. I've despised her as a little girl, but see, why, oh my, not bad. How am I supposed to read that? That's so weird. It seemed like Kinzo was dead drunk. So, Maria passed her test and Battler's is already over? Oh, okay, that was quick. I thought it would take another while. Facing Beato, who had returned, he laughed with the same level of tension as the time they'd left for the tests. However, Ronove and Virgilia instantly noticed the change in enthusiasm. Gap also froze her expression and went silent. What is it, Beatrice, my beloved witch? Not enough to drink? Not enough on the side? Let's pour it all over a cow or something and roast it whole. Oh, not bad. Ronove, prepare one right away. Beatrice, let's leave the results of Battler's test for later. Why don't we have a toast with spare rib first? Roast yourself whole. What? Oh boy. The witch, who had spoken bluntly, coldly passed by Kinzo's side as he doubled over laughing in a great mood. Then, behind the witch's back, the old summoner's body suddenly went up in flames. Oh, what? No, not again! Why? As crimson flames spat from his eyes, mouth, nose, every hole in his body, Kinzo rolled around. Even though it was a terrible hellfire, it didn't burn anything except Kinzo. Why? Is Beatrice just pissed? Kinzo didn't have a clue what was going on. Unable to understand why Beatrice, who had been in such a good mood, had suddenly turned so cold, he rolled around. The dancing silhouettes of the witch and demons created by that massive rolling torch looked like a group of excited spectators around a burning at the stake. However, the eyes of the demons who watched over it were indifferent. Yeah, okay, so Kinzo is burning to death again. I don't think they ever specified how he dies in the second game. I think it was just like, he survived and he was eaten by demons and went to hell or something like that. So, Was he already dead? In that game too? Was Kinzo already dead at the beginning of every game? Even this one? Interesting. Very interesting, because that kind of puts a whole big giant hole in the theory that what we saw was the truth. Obviously it's not. But if Kinzo was not the one who imprisoned them all, then someone else did that. And I don't think George had the opportunity to. Meaning, I don't know who else it could be. However, the eyes of the demons who watched over it were indifferent. When Kinzo finally stopped moving, the fire disappeared, leaving a pitch-black corpse. The inside of the room was commanded by the stillness of the sound of the rain. What has happened, milady? I've gotten over my excitement. Clean up those bothersome cinders. Beatrice's expression was unbelievably indifferent. There was an iciness that might easily bring the others to the same fate as Kinzo if they annoyed her. Yes, I will clean it up. Gap made a jet black pitfall swallow up Kinzo's cinders. If she hadn't carried that out quickly, Gap might also have been burned. You could even feel that thirst for blood. No, a thirst for blood probably isn't the best way to describe it. Just like humans don't have any particular emotion when they step on an ant while they're walking. That was how much, unconsciously, what? Yeah, unconsciously, I'm a big dumb, and mercilessly, Beato was now filled with a brutal emptiness that wouldn't hesitate at burying a passerby. What is it, Beato? I don't want to answer. No, even answering is too much of a pain to do now. What a pain. What is it? This isn't like you. Did something happen? Did the battler say some... Oh, shit. Beatrice didn't even answer. It seemed that she even ignored it. But there was a change in Gap. From her feet, a creaking, cracking sound rose, like thin ice breaking, and in an instant turned Gap into a glass sculpture. Gap! Disappear for a while. I'm in a very bad mood. Beatrice spoke that in a truly cold voice, which could freeze the heart just by hearing it. Oh, wow. Certainly. Then please allow us to retire. If you need anything, call at any time. Oh, boy. After bowing, Ronove turned into a cloud of gold butterflies and hid himself. I'm starting to get the feeling that all these people have to represent somebody, right? Like, Beatrice has to represent one of the 18. Virgilia clearly represents Kumasawa. Ronove clearly represents Genji. Gap, I'm very unsure about. But that could easily be, like, Jessica or somebody, I guess. Maybe? Whatever. So, like, are these just representations of the actual culprit and accomplices? So whoever Beatrice is representing is the culprit, but George... Is George... Kinzo? I'm fucking confused. Because, yeah, Genji was in the study at the end of Chapter 2, where presumably Battler was brought at the end of the game. Genji brought him there. Genji was quote-unquote Ronove. And Genji brought Battler to the study where he met Kinzo, quote-unquote George. Right? I don't fucking know. I shouldn't theorize so much when I don't know what's going on. After turning Gap, who had become a sculpture, into a cloud of gold butterflies, Virgilia also turned into a cloud, which mixed in with the others and disappeared. In the study made untidy by drinking, Beatrice stood still, alone. Since the time she had returned, her expression hadn't changed in the slightest. She's very angry. However, when she saw the fallen empty wine bottles and scattered cheese plates, her brow furrowed and she looked a bit displeased. And when she whispered disappear in that instant, the room was cleaned up in a flash as though nothing had happened. Huh. The reception chairs were neatly arranged, and there was no wine or cheese. There were no stains or scattered trash either. To the contrary, even the air had frozen over, and enough to make one doubt whether a large number of noisy people really had been in this room until a short while ago. The study had returned to silence. I just thought of another thing. Assuming that George is represented by Kinzo, I'm thinking maybe Beatrice is representing Shannon. Because, hear me out, if all this shit can happen, if every single thing here can happen, and be portrayed as reality to everyone, like with running away from the goats and the Chester sisters and Virgilia in the Kuadorian basement, Rosa meeting Beatrice all those years ago, Eva Beatrice and the stakes of purgatory, if all that shit can be faked, then who's to say that there are 18 people? Well, Kinzo's dead, so who's to say there are 17 people? What if there's 16? What if Shannon was dead the entire time, and George inherited the headship somehow from Kinzo before Kinzo died, and now George is trying to revive his Beatrice, or Shannon. Or maybe Shannon is actually alive and he's trying to do this ceremony to bring Shannon to his status because she's furniture or some shit like that. I feel like I'm onto something, but it can't be this easy, can it? It just can't be. It's probably not even George. Maybe Shannon is a red herring. I don't know. In that silent, frigid study where even the air had frozen, Beatrice stood still. Then she called, muttering, "Battler, are you there?" Oh, damn. I've been here for a while. What the hell's going on with you? You've been strange since a short while ago. Do I seem strange? My apologies. Even though you were drinking so happily with that damn geezer, you suddenly burned him up, and your demoness friend is a glass sculpture. When you told the demon butler and your teacher to leave, they disappeared right away at your words. Just how fickle and selfish are you? Battler, I'm done. Done with what? I've grown bored of this. Huh? Well, you were the one who started this game. If you had enough, that's great for me. So basically you're giving up? I'm not giving up. I'm simply ending it. No, I won't even end it. I'm just abandoning this game for all eternity. That ain't good. Doesn't that mean you're giving up? Nah, the words "got bored of it and threw it away" fit you perfectly. That is correct. I grew bored of it and am throwing it away. I don't care what happens next. It can remain abandoned and gather dust as much as you like. What's going on with you? You've been kinda hard to deal with since a short while ago. Are these still the after effects of that incomprehensible test from earlier? If you've got a grudge, all you have to do is say so clearly. You said in red that it has nothing to do with you, but that's gotta be a play on words, right? It's written all over your face. You have a grudge against me. How many times will I have to say I have no grudge against you before you'll understand? At the time you committed your sin, I did not exist. Huh. So, assuming that I'm right, and Beatrice represents Shannon, and this is Shannon speaking to Battler, why would Shannon, even though Beatrice doesn't exist yet because Shannon hasn't become Beatrice, why would Shannon have a problem with Battler? Because maybe she didn't reciprocate his feelings all those years ago, and he made George jealous to the point of madness? And that's why she can't forgive him for falling for her? There's too many holes in this theory to keep going with it. Let's ignore that. None of that happened, okay? That theory, I never made it. I'm not a stupid idiot, okay? As Beatrice spoke with an offended expression, her face twisted to look even more displeased. Fickle, inconsistent, moody, temperamental, selfish and simple-minded and cruel. But even so, she hadn't shown an expression as strange as this even once until now. Well, you were the one who provoked me into this game. I'm a bit let down that it wasn't resolved, but feel free to invite me again if you feel like it. But when that happens, allow me to politely refuse, okay? He intentionally spoke in a mocking tone, but Beatrice showed no reaction. Battler hung his head and clicked his tongue. We've circled around October 4th and 5th over and over again, but I finally had just about enough of this role. This way, the boat will come tomorrow. That's right, and then the seagulls will return to the harbor. I'll finally be able to hear Rokonjima's signature nya-nya cries. After all, maybe because of the weather, they weren't there at all when I came to the island. Oh! Because I was thinking, like, this whole time, Umineko, I know that means seagull. But Umi means ocean, and Neko means cat, so ocean cats? But, do they call them ocean cats because... and it sounds like a cat? Are you... what? Okay, Japan. When the seagulls cry, everything will end, I guess. All done. The end. What a relief. Exactly what is it that you're misunderstanding? What'd you say? I said that nothing would end. With this, everything will be abandoned. The game will be forgotten, and the pieces on the board will be abandoned as they lay. There will be no advancing or returning, no taking and being taken. No victory, no defeat, not even a tie. Just abandoned. Doesn't that mean it's over? Wrong. On my turn, the game will stop for all eternity. Your turn will not come, so there'll be no victory, nor defeat, nor a tie. In the past, I couldn't let you do that. After all, one of my goals was winning against you. However, I've lost interest, so there's no longer any point in making moves any longer. What do you mean by my turn not coming? I thought that Beato getting tired of the game meant I'd be released and that I'd be able to escape Rokonjima. But for some reason, Beato's repeated words about the difference between abandoning the game and settling it caught my attention. Just what is it she's been saying, and why the bad mood? At that time, I suddenly heard a voice from behind me. When I turned around, there was someone I thought I might or might not remember from somewhere. A mysterious girl with no light in her eyes was standing there. Angie? Oh no, Burncastle. Okay, that makes more sense. What this kid's saying goes something like this. She means putting the lid on this game and leaving the pieces as they are. The game will be locked away for all eternity, without ending. Oh, and Lambda Delta too, of course. The only way for you to return to your original world is to win against Beato. So, if Beato abandons the game... get it? Suddenly, in a different place, was a girl wearing a bright pink dress. I had a feeling I'd met her somewhere too, but I couldn't remember. Oh, Battler never met them when he wasn't in a funk, didn't he? More important was the meaning of her words. If the game is abandoned, then... huh? That's right. A match won't be resolved unless enemies and allies meet. It would mean that you'd never be able to win and escape from this world for all eternity. What it comes down to, I guess, is something like taking the key to the cage that you're locked in, fastening it to the collar of a pigeon or something, and letting it fly. This isn't funny, Beato. We didn't come this far to watch such a boring game. Calling it a day like this is no joke. Oh yeah, Lambda Delta wouldn't want this to happen, would she? Because her main goal is to keep Burn here, right? She wants Burn to stay here for all eternity so she can be with her. So if Beatrice ends the game, then she'll leave, and Lambda Delta fails. So, yeah, it's not ending here, obviously. I know that there's a second game. I agree with Lambda. I agree with my husband. I came here to make Battler win, and to make you writhe in defeat. I still haven't achieved that goal. I won't stand for you abandoning the game at a time like this and running away. I acknowledge that it would mean the curtain call for a game that disappoints you, ladies. However, I, the host of this tea party, am fickle. Once it's lost its fun, I know no way of entertaining. I believe that's been my witch-like way of doing things from the very beginning. There are no problems, yes? Certainly. I won't go against your creed. I won't accept it. Quit fooling around. How much do you think I've supported you? You think I'd be okay with that after all this preparation? Don't mess with me. I am saying I have tired of it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's not gonna fly. We'll have you continue this game. You want to win against Battler, right? You want to win and make him surrender, right? You're almost there, aren't you? Am I right? Don't ask me that. But I have an opinion too. Let me say it. What? This is a fight you picked. I'm prepared to settle this once and for all. I've come close to surrendering many times, but I've never had any intention of escaping partway through, leaving the match undecided. Since I'm here showing the will to fight, you'd better not run away, Beatrice. Oh, and Angie is here. I agree. Getting Battler involved and then leaving without giving him victory or defeat is just too irresponsible. Suddenly, even Gretel was there, and everyone was calling Beatrice irresponsible. Oh. It seems I'm mostly being called irresponsible because Battler will, as my opponent, be stuck. In that case, Battler, will you step down from being an opponent as I shall? That way I will have done nothing worthy of criticism. If I step down, will I be able to leave Rokonjima? There's no chance you'll be able to leave. Just be covered in dust and let it pile up on your shoulders. Quit fooling around. What an irresponsible person. You've killed such a large number of people. On top of that, using a witch's power, you've done it over and over, killing in gruesome ways. I definitely won't let you escape without taking responsibility. Responsibility? Oh, what is it I should do to take this so-called responsibility? Fight until a resolution is reached. Battler will sit in the chair across from you, never giving up and fighting until he beats you. So you two, fight until you're defeated. If you don't like that, try and defeat Battler. I won't forgive you if you leave everything unresolved and abandon Battler in this chair, locking him up and never letting him return. I won't forgive you. Gretel. To be perfectly honest, I didn't really understand from what standpoint Gretel was trying to save me. But in her words, I could feel a strong determination to save me from this insane game world no matter what. So I responded in kind. Beato, face me. I am here, across from you, in the seat of your rival. Get it? As long as I continue to sit here, I won't allow you to escape. So don't escape. Fight. Isn't this a fight you started? You did all that crap over and over, making a complete mess of things. How could I let you end it because you're tired after all this time? I am your opponent. As long as I'm here, I won't let you escape. Are you listening, you irresponsible witch? Try saying something! After I yelled at her, Beato went silent for a while. Whether my words had reached her, or whether she was thinking about something completely different, I couldn't tell. But for a while, she was silent, gazing at me with an expression I could read no emotion from. And when she realized that I noticed, she averted her gaze. Then she turned her back to me and said this. Uh-oh. So, since Battler will not quit as my opponent, the ladies are saying that my abandonment of this game will not be acknowledged. In that case, let's ask. Let's see if the man over there was qualified to be my opponent in the first place. Qualified? Probably has something to do with that test or whatever just now. What are you planning to do? Don't tell me you're... I will now determine whether or not you are qualified to be my opponent. This is bad. Ready, Battler? If those qualifications are acknowledged, I will stay in my seat and continue the game. And I shall promise to fight for all eternity until the outcome is decided. I was ready for that from the beginning. However, if you are not qualified, you must disappear. If the opponent disappears, there is no game. I can leave this place openly. Are the ladies satisfied? Interruptions will not be necessary. Go ahead. Do as you like. Battler, you make sure you answer well. The very reason I'm here is because I'm qualified, right? There's nothing to be scared of. You couldn't be... Gretel grew suddenly pale. I'd thought her to be the calm, collected type, so that expression surprised me. Well then, Battler, I shall have you repeated in red. Huh? You're just telling me to repeat something? Damn you, stealing my signature move. But can I use the red truth too? How? If you wish for it to be that way, you can do it. It's easy. My name is Ushiromiya Battler. Oh, wow. Whoa, pretty cool. Ah. So really anyone can use the red truth if they want to? Cool. Stop it! I know what you're after, but stop that! When Gretel yelled, Beato glared at her. This ain't good. Then her form was wiped away in an instant. Oh, well, bye, Angie. Shut up. Leave your seat for a while. You two ladies, if you interfere, I will not hold back. We won't get in the way. Go ahead. Do as you like. Burn, this is bad. She's trying to erase Battler. What's that? What's she planning? Well then, I shall question your qualifications. Interesting. Attack and defense are reversed from a normal game. This is a very precious experience, coming at the very, very end. Ready? Listen carefully. I will speak with the red first. I am the Golden Witch Beatrice, and I opened this game in order to fight Ushiromiya Kinzo's grandchild, Ushiromiya Battler. I know that. So what? Repeat it. Ushiromiya Battler's mother is Ushiromiya Asumu. What? Why is Mom's name popping up all of a sudden? Don't fucking tell me. I do not require chatter, just repeat it in red. Beato urged me with the same indifferent tone. But I don't have a clue what she's trying to do. I have absolutely nothing to feel guilty for that would trouble me if thrown in my face, and there's nothing that I'm hiding. There's nothing that could trouble me by demanding that I repeat it. So why do something like this? Sure, I'll repeat it. Ushiromiya Battler's mother is Ushiromiya Asumu. Oh, okay. The red sure is convenient. Okay, I thought that they were gonna fuck us over by saying, oh, nope, Kyrie is your mom. No need to bother myself with bringing a copy of the family register. Idle chatter is unnecessary. Let's continue. Your name is Ushiromiya Battler. Sure, my name is Ushiromiya Battler. It was from Ushiromiya Asumu that Ushiromiya Battler was born. Oh, fuck. You're doing it again. It was from Ushiromiya Asumu that Ushiromiya Battler was born. Oh, never mind, we're good. It was from Ushiromiya Asumu that you were born. It was from Ushiromiya... God damn it. Hold on. It was from Ushiromiya Asumu that Ushiromiya Battler was born. From Asumu. Oh. Is she implying that Battler ain't Battler? It was from Ushiromiya. Ugh. At that time, my throat suddenly closed. I was rapidly insulted with a choking suffocation. What's going on? One more time. It was from Ushiromiya Asumu that I was born. Damn, it was from Ushiromiya Asumu that I was born. What the hell? Even though I was doing it so easily a second ago, I suddenly stopped being able to get the red to work? Do you refuse to repeat it? I'm not refusing anything. It's not working for some reason. It was from Ushiromiya Asumu that I was born. Why? Damn it, why can't I use the red? What the hell? Yeah. Wait. There are two Battlers. One of them was born from Asumu. This Battler is a different Battler, whose name was not originally... Well, it might have originally been Battler, but maybe he was born from Kyrie. But Kyrie mentioned that she had... not an abortion, a miscarriage, and she would know if she gave birth to Battler. This is bad. My mom is Ushiromiya Asumu, right? Why can't I say that fact in red? What's going on? This is... Ugh. If you try to forcefully speak red that cannot be spoken, you choke. There is no need to strain yourself. Allow me to use the aforementioned fact to press you in blue. Do you remember? The blue is used to proclaim a theory for the opponent to deny. Yeah, that's right. They're then burdened with the responsibility of denying that in red. And if they do not, it becomes your victory. Then let us begin. Oh boy. Due to my previous demand to repeat and your subsequent refusal, I proclaim that you are not qualified to be my opponent. After all, Beatrice opened this game in order to fight with Ushiromiya Kinzo's grandchild, Ushiromiya Battler. This gave you the responsibility as my opponent to declare in red that you are Ushiromiya Kinzo's grandchild, Ushiromiya Battler. You have refused to repeat that. This means the loss of your qualifications. Jesus Christ. Can't you just say, my dad is Rudolph and my granddad is Kinzo? Deny something about that in red. Quickly! Sure. I am Ushiromiya Battler. Because I can say that in red, I should be your opponent. Don't be a dumbass. It may be a fact that you have the name Ushiromiyas Battler. However, people's names are not exclusive. There's a possibility that multiple humans have the name Ushiromiyas Battler. In short, this is what it means. You are a different person with the same first and last names as Ushiromiyas Asumu's son, Ushiromiyas Battler. What did you say? Don't be so stupid! I'm Mom's child, Ushiromiyas Asumu's child. It was from Ushiromiyas Asumu that... Damn, why? Why can't I say that I was born from my mom? How can something so stupid be true? No need to suffer. I will not toy with you. This is checkmate. You are not Ushiromiyas Asumu's son. Oh my god. But he's not Kirya, is he? But is he Rudolph? What matters is if he's Rudolph's son, right? Because he's directly related to Kinzo. What? You're kidding me. Who are you? What person calling themselves Ushiromiyas Battler? Wait a second. I am Ushiromiyas Battler. It was from Ushiromiyas Asumu that I was born, and I'm Dad and Mom's son. No, there's no way that you're my opponent, Ushiromiyas Battler. With this as proof. Proof, you say? You do not know of that sin 6 years ago. That's... No, the true Ushiromiyas Battler would not have committed a sin. But a sin did occur in the end. That span of 6 years became a blank space. And a man who knew nothing of that time took on the name Ushiromiyas Battler and appeared on Rokenjima. That truth goes like this. 6 years ago, my opponent, the true Ushiromiyas Battler, was already dead. You were part of a plot by Rudolph, having something to do with distribution of the inheritance. A body double set up in Ushiromiyas Battler's place. How could something that stupid be true? It's so ridiculous. Battler, get a hold of yourself! Well, if he can't counter back, there's nothing more to do. Battler did not possess that qualification. That's how it is. Are you okay with that, Burn? If you accept that, you'll lose too, right? Once you win, why are you taking Battler's side? What a shame, Battler. What a real shame that you didn't have the qualifications to be Beatrice's opponent. I was careless myself, betting on an unqualified piece. It's my utter defeat, Beatrice. There is no victory or defeat. The opponent will simply disappear. Or perhaps I should say that he was never there to begin with. But then, who am I? Am I not Dad and Mom's kid? Who am I? What am I? If I'm not Mom's kid, then what? Are you saying I'm a kid they picked up somewhere, like a stray cat? If that is the case, it would mean that you do not share Kinzo's blood. Either way, you are not qualified to compete in this game. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Enough. From the very beginning, I was faintly aware of the possibility that you weren't Ushiromiyas Battler. So I had to question you. I had to ask about something the real Battler would have known. What a shame. I even bet on the 1 in a quadrillion chance of a miracle. But you might really be Ushiromiyas Battler. But it seems you really are a different person with the same first and last names. Bit by bit, Battler's form began to be clouded in darkness. No, maybe it was the other way around. The whole world was clouded in darkness, leaving only Battler. This ain't good. Battler was down on all fours, hanging his head and repeatedly questioning himself. However, he was not given an answer. In the world stained with darkness, Beato spoke something and Lambda Delta ran up to him, yelling something very quickly. But it already seemed very far away and it didn't reach Battler's ears. Then he, not knowing who he himself was, erased himself. ridiculously confused. Power! Now my opponent has disappeared. Well then, if you'll excuse me. And ladies, you should get ready for your journey. No more festivities have been prepared for in my territory. It was good seeing you. Goodbye. This is awful. Without saying anything more, she clouded her own form in darkness as well and disappeared. Are you okay with this? Power disappeared, right? I know how much you hate losing. Are you really okay with this? Weren't you betting on my defeat? Good for you then. Congratulations, Lambda. Let's meet again in some other world, okay? Well, this is a world of endless fragments. The chances of us having some connection again somewhere are probably less than 1 in a quadrillion. Anyway, it was fun. Bye-bye. Oh, this ain't good. Ah, wait up, Burn! Chasing after Burncastle, who had disappeared first, Lambda Delta disappeared as well. After that, everyone was gone, and the study was now completely empty. It returned to silence, almost as though no one had been there from the outset. No one was here in the first place. The silent study spoke that wordlessly, and the sound of the wind and rain began to fill the room bit by bit. This is bad. This is really, really bad. What the fuck's going on? In a world where everything had sunk into darkness, Beato questioned herself. As I thought, from the very beginning, magic should only have been used within Mariade Sorcière. Oh, hello. Seems so. I also thought that with Angie. The Witches' Alliance is you and I. It started with those two. Including other people was our first mistake. It's just so fun. We wanted to add someone close to us into that circle. And we wish that the Witches' Alliance would get really large. That everyone would be able to use fun magic together. And that we'd all be happy. However, only you and I were able to understand magic after all. We are the only 2 witches in this world, who were brought together by a miracle. And now, as long as I have Beato, I don't need anyone else. Me too. As long as you are here, I don't need anyone else anymore. In the very first moment that Mariade Sorcière was formed, it was already complete. That is so. That is truly so. This is weird. It was once a Witches' Alliance to make everyone happy together with magic. I wonder when this got screwed up. This is a very pretty background. It's like it's peeking out of a hedge or something. What did I want to do when I started this game? I can't really remember even that. No, I may remember, but that's a feeling I now wish to throw away to the far side of oblivion. It's okay. Why not forget everything? Let's have a Mariade Sorcière for just the 2 of us. We'll acknowledge each other and no one will hurt us. So we won't be hurt. We won't cry. Let's forget everything. Hey, Beato. Pretend that I spoke in Maria's voice that entire time. I hate myself. We are eternal. Maria. She's crying. And I'm not good at voice acting crying. Especially in my other voices. What the feck? Okay, that was not long enough at all. I think I've uploaded shorter. Yeah, I have. The last episode of Chapter 3. But still. We're not done now. What the fuck? What the fuck? Now we're in the future? I feel like that's too much of a divide. Yeah, we're gonna have to end this episode here. Sorry for the shorter episode, but that just kind of happens sometimes. So that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, be sure to press the like button, and if you didn't like it, fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!